just did another playthrough. Bought this game when it first came out, the day after. Had multiple playthroughs. Just finished the Show No Mercy for Elder Maxon here at Fort Strong, cleaning out the Super Mutants, getting the Fat Man shells. And I happened to notice something. Let's get this to load here. Alright, so everything cleared out. Was going around checking for technical documents, all that kind of stuff. Cleaning everything out, you know. I am running mods this time around, so got up here, checked all that out. Alright, there's the elevator down, which only becomes open whenever you start the quest. Then I come up here, like I said, checking for documents and all that kind of stuff, cleaning everything out. Clean everything around, got to looking at this door, went up here and looked in. There's a Fat Man sitting there. Right there on that desk. I was like, oh, what in the crap? It's the first time I've ever noticed it. I've had this game for almost 2 years. It's the first time I've noticed it. I've not seen anybody do a playthrough where they've seen it. So I was like, well, crap, let's just go see what we can find out here. So, went back outside, got up on the roof. There's no access from the outside. We're on a cell because we had to come in here. So this is basically its own little world. Went through all the rooms down here, looked at the ceiling, see if there's any access that way where you could jump up into it, like this room over here. Didn't find anything. But I know there's a Fat Man in there and a container. There's a room in there. So the only way that I found out is I'm using 3 mods for this. One's called Build Anywhere. It's by Tim-Timon. The other 2 are by somebody, I'm guessing the name's Elric, but they spell it 3-L-R-I-C. And that is STC and STS, which is Scrap the Commonwealth and Scrap Settlement. Basically, when you get those enabled, it just like it's allows you to scrap anything. So what you want to do is you want to get that workshop. So you go to your miscellaneous, fetch workshop, and it's going to bring a workshop, which now allows me to go into workshop mode. And it takes a while because I've got a lot of mods for building and stuff like that. But so if you see it, lets you scrap pretty much anything. No, it will let you scrap anything. So I can scrap this. And see, now I've got a way to get through here, which technically I guess I could go through, and you could, and clean up Fort Strong and use it for a player base. I mean, because after you finish the mission, Elder Maxon assigns the Brotherhood to make sure no super mutants come back. So, but as you can see, it's letting me scrap pretty much everything. Well, we'll let you scrap everything. You can get yourself in trouble if you're scrapping stuff and you see how those lines are straight. There's no breaks in them. They're not like Let me see here. See how that's all scattered? And even that. See, it's got an irregular shape to it. Anything that's got straight lines like that, if you scrap it, it's going to be part of the building. As long as it's irregular like that, then it's trash. But if I scrap that right there, well, I'll go into here and I'll show you. Say like, alright, I'm scrapping those. More stuff. See how it's irregular? But if you're not careful, that's even that. Then that's just, all that is like the texture of spilt stuff. But it's an irregular shape. But if you scrap something that has a regular shape to it like this, and because we're in a cell, you're going to fall through. Now that trash basket, waste basket will just continuously do that. And it's the same thing that you'll do too, is if you fall through. So anyway, back up to here. So I went and I installed the workshop, like I said, the mods. So come over here. Let's take out the door. Take out that, take out that. And it's a complete room. I'll get out of workshop here. The radio works. Got a fat man. Got bottle caps. Got miscellaneous junk. Got a door that goes to nowhere but lets you see the room under there, so I'm guessing this is an unfinished. I don't know if they ran out of time or what. But look at here. Tools. And if you open the restroom, it's a completely finished restroom. Got a, I don't know if he's taking a pee, which looks like, or he's getting ready to dive in. But this looks to me like it was set up to be finished, but they ran out of time, or I don't know what. Like I said, I've played through, I don't know, 12, 15 times. I have it separate games. And this is the first time that I've noticed that fat man in there. And up until the build workshop and the scrap Commonwealth and scrap the settlement mods, there was no, I'm on a PS4, so there was no way that I could have had access to it. On PC you could do the no clip and walk through that, but on PS4 we're really limited. But I just thought that was pretty neat, and I haven't seen anybody that's found this or mentioned this before. But it's a complete room. I mean, there's a door here that you can't open. I mean, you can't close it either once you get it open. But it's just an unfinished room. This is completely finished. This is almost like, well, I mean, you could actually, oh, I gotta get back into workshop mode. I don't know why you couldn't go through here and clean up Fort Strong and use inside of it as our own player home. It takes a while. Like I said, I got a lot of settlement mods. We'll scrap the doorways. And see, now we got access into the room that you had to jump up into. So theoretically, you could go through here and build it back and have your player home. And like I say, with these two mods, you can clean everything out. But you just got to be real careful with scrap the settlement and the Commonwealth and save a lot. Because I have gone through, see how that's irregular, that'll scrap, but no problem. But see, it's got the, see the lines like that? Anytime it's got anything like that, it's the floor. I don't know how many times I've been scrapping something with these, and I'll go through and I'll scrap a wall by accident, and then I've got to go reload a save and go back through and do it all over again. Because anytime you get rid of something, this is what'll happen. I mean, you fall through it, and you'll just keep falling through it. You're not going to die, but it's just a continuous loop. Yeah, see, it took it out up there too. More rubble. I just thought that was pretty interesting. I've never had that, never seen that before. Like I said, the mods that I use are the Build Anywhere by Tim Timman. Tim-Timman. STC and STS, which is Scrap the Settlement, or Scrap the Commonwealth and Scrap the Settlement, by Elric, which they spell their name 3LRIC. Well, I hope this gives you some ideas. I think I'm going to try to turn this into a player home myself. I've used the Build Anywhere on a previous playthrough. I had a over there by Sunshine Tidings, just overlooking that lake up there on the cliff. I built a player home up there. And actually on this build, or this playthrough, I've got over by the Nahant Church, east of Croup Manor. I've cleaned a bunch of that out, and I built a player home right on the edge of the sea there. But I don't know why you couldn't build it in here. It's its own separate cell. Not to worry about. I mean, you're not going to get settlers. I mean, that's the one thing that I really wanted to do with that Build Anywhere, because I got tired of putting all that time and effort building a player home and then come back from a mission and find some settler sitting up there on my couch or standing in my bedroom. And with this, pretty much build it anywhere. Anywhere you can drop that workshop. And by the way, you can pick this workshop up and move it around. But anywhere that you drop that workshop, you can build you a player home. Or just clean the area up. Put you some turrets down if it's a very hostile area. And then just go find someplace else and do it again. You could literally use this to clean up the whole Commonwealth. But anyway, that's my video. I was more concerned on not having noticed that fat man before in all my playthroughs. And then to come to find out there's a completely finished area up here, except for that one room. But you don't have, there's no access to. Just thought it was kind of odd. Anyway, that's my video. Hope this helps give some ideas. And we'll talk to y'all later. Thanks.